Hi, welcome back to The Scent Advocate. Tonight we're going to be talking about amazing indie, niche, and luxury designer fragrances that would make amazing gifts. I think these are, for the most part, made up of universally likable notes, and some of them are pretty well known. I think you'll agree that they're safe bets or safer bets. But I tried to get fragrances from my collection that weren't necessarily the ones you'd expect. Certainly, we've got the low Papiers of the world, right? This would be a fantastic gift. Where are we? Oh, why does this never work, you guys? If anyone knows, tell me in the comments. There we go. I mean, this is a given, right? Everyone's going to like this for the most part, but I wanted to do something a little bit different. I know that if I were giving a gift to someone in my life, they would expect me to come up with something a little bit different because I'm a collector. So that's what I tried to do here. And these aren't all way out in left field, but some of them are a little more obscured, but I think still very pleasing. So this video will be made in two parts, so be sure you stick around for the next installment of niche, indie, and luxury designer fragrances that would make great gifts, part 2. And for part 1, let's jump right in. The first fragrance we'll talk about tonight, I think, will be, yeah, you know it, Celine's Black Tie. This is a 100 ml. It goes for about $330. It's an EDP and it is a 2019 release. This is a newer addition to my collection. The notes are vanilla, aura, cedar, musk, and moss. The reason I think this would make a fabulous gift is because I looked into universally loved fragrance notes, and among them were vanilla, wood, powdery florals, and musk. In fact, those were 3, 4, 5, and 6 among the top, let's say, 10. So it hits on those 4, which I think makes it a pretty safe bet. Look, this is a wonderful vanilla. I think most people like vanillas. It is fantastically unisex. I mean, this doesn't lean one way or the other. This would be perfect for anyone. It is not too mature, not too youthful. It's perfect for any occasion. It's not inexpensive. I think sometimes with fragrances, if you end up going, you know, making too much of an economical choice, there may be, some concern. Maybe the person you're buying the gift for spent a certain amount of money on you when they bought you a gift, or you're not sure, so you don't want to go less than what they spent on you. I know it's ridiculous, but some people think that way, like everyone in my family, but that's okay. If you think that way, or the person you're giving the gift to thinks that way, this at $330 is by no means inexpensive. I think the combination of universally likable notes makes it highly likely this will be adored. I can't say it's having a moment. A fragrance like this never isn't having a moment. It's a modern classic, and I think a lot of these fragrances that I'm going to talk about will fit into that category. So Black Tie by Celine. There we go. Moving on, we've got a little less conventional, but I think lovely nevertheless. This is Daname's Strawberry Mochi. Now, this is, oh, beautiful. This is a 50 ml eau de parfum. It is, let's see, a 2024 release, and it goes for about $160. The nose behind this is On Go. The notes are rice, red bean, brown sugar, strawberry, and vanilla. Now, This is a very rice-heavy fragrance. If you like rice notes, if you like that comforting cooked rice, with a hint of not too sweet, very realistic smelling strawberry, this is it. So this might be perfect for someone, well, anyone really. I mean, I firmly believe that anyone can wear anything. But if the person is, for whatever reason, shying away from more mature fragrances or fragrances that are too strong, prefer something light, fruity, and comforting at the same time, this would be the way to go. I think the price point is great, although it is only 50 mil. So I guess it's relative, but this is not something everyone is wearing. This is not something that out in the mainstream, outside of the fragcom, everyone is talking about. So I think it would be an interesting gift as well. It's hard to imagine anyone wouldn't like this, but you never know. And so, as is the case with all of these recommendations, including this one, I make no guarantees here. You all have probably seen the very lengthy disclaimer I have in my description, so please refer to that. Again, these are just my best guesses. I think this one is a sure thing. Let me know what you think in the comments. All right, moving on. We've got oh yes, another sure thing, I think, but a little on the stronger side. It is Babycat by YSL. Oh, do I remember the chase I had to go on to get this 125 ml EDP that now goes for $490. It's a 2022 release. A modern classic for sure. It's a Dominique Ropion. Oh boy. So it's black pepper, elemi, pink pepper, olibanum, saffron, bourbon, vanilla, suede, cedar. It is vanilla meets leather or suede and some pepper, but mostly vanilla and suede. Absolutely stunning. It is as relevant today as the day it came out. I don't think this will ever go out of style. This is for the person who wants to make a statement. Totally unisex fragrance. Some think it leans masculine. I get it, but I think it's very unisex. The best part about this fragrance, because it's so amazing, is it's more available today than it was years ago. It was a ridiculous feat. Having to buy from overseas and pay duties and whatnot just to get hold of this amazing scent. People did it happily. I got lucky. There was a brief window where this was being sold through a major retailer and I snagged it. And then it was gone again. It was just dumb luck. And I don't know anyone who doesn't love this. They smell it and they're just completely blown away. Now, this is not something that people might enjoy in the really hot months, but you never can tell. People are very unique in their fragrance preferences, but I definitely think 3 seasons out of the year this would work great. The price point is a bit steep, but maybe that's what you're looking for. And if so, this might be the one for you. Babycat by YSL. Moving on, we've got, which one should we do next? Oh, yes. Okay, this is Guerlain's Mon Guerlain Intense. Fell in love with this one. It was a gift from my beautiful niece in Texas, who I adore, Kristen Angel. And this is a Terry Wasser, pardon me, and Delphine Jelk fragrance. This is 100 ml. It's an EDP. It goes for about $100, and it's a 2019 release. Now, the non-intense version was out a little bit before that, but the intense version, I've had both. I really like this. It just is a little bit stronger. And so the notes are lavender, bergamot, vanilla, iris. It's got patchouli, licorice, and musk, along with a few other things. To me, this is a lavender vanilla with a noticeable licorice in the background, but it's not super strong. It just kind of mellows out the lavender and gives it more of an herbal rather than linear accord. And I think that's what makes it really special. Universally likable, I think. I've never heard of anyone not liking this. I'm sure someone is out there who doesn't, or it doesn't work on their skin or whatever, but for me, this is universally pleasing. It's soft. This does lean feminine, in my opinion. Perfect for any occasion, and I think the price point is really good too. I also love the color of the juice. It's like this dark purple. The bottle is precious. It's just gorgeous stuff. Hard to go wrong with this one. Lovely stuff, mon Guerlain. Intense by Guerlain. Okay, moving on. We've got, let's see, let's do Pink Iris by Abel. Haven't you heard of this one? I tested this, and I dare say, oh, where are we? There we go. Love it first sniff? Yes, it absolutely was. This is a 50 ml eau de parfum. It goes for about $180, and it is a 2019 release. The nose behind this is Isaac Sinclair. The notes are raspberry, Szechuan pepper, basil, orris, rose, jasmine, musk, and vanilla. So for this, I get a bright and energetic iris. Usually iris or orris is powdery. And with orris, it's like a concentrated iris note with a kind of a creamy, buttery, heavier texture to it. And this has all of that, but the pepper and raspberry add a brightness, and then comes the basil. Wow, what a genius addition. It rounds it out, gives it a little bit of a green, almost a licorice feel, making it lean a little herbal and floral. Gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. I cannot believe I haven't heard more about this. It dries down a little bit on the green side, but it's still very much an iris with that bright raspberry, but not the raspberry that, you know, is like a body splash raspberry. None of that. It's more like a raspberry, like a very new raspberry, not an overly ripe raspberry. It's very natural, not artificial smelling at all. And there's rose, but it's very subtle. It's just a beautiful combination of fragrances that create something that's very different, in my opinion. I think this fragrance is probably right down the middle, unisex, a non-traditional take on an iris that is a floral favorite, and I really think that's unusual these days. This is Abel's Pink Iris. Last but not least for this evening, we've got Café Chantant by Nobile, 1942. Oh, I absolutely love this fragrance. I had quite a few testers of this, and so that is why there isn't much of a dent, because I used up my testers, and I really love this. I was expecting a coffee type fragrance, which, by the way, in case you're wondering, it is coffee this evening, the beverage of choice. Mark made me this wonderful flavor. It's called Jazzy Java, and it's from a wonderful local roaster. We love to get our coffees locally roasted. We did the same thing in Utah. It was great there. And this place here, I'll put the name of it in the notes in case you are local to upstate New York, way upstate New York, and you want to drop by these roasters. They're fantastic. Anyway, what are you drinking tonight? I think I got a couple of comments telling me what some of you are drinking, so I'd love to know. Moving on. Café Chantant. This is, how's my French, by the way? An EDP, a 75 mil. It goes for about $150, and it is a 2013 release. This is a Matthew Nardine fragrance. The notes are cherry, anise, laurel, heliotrope, iris, vanilla, benzoin, musk, and patchouli. It's a cherry, iris, white musk, vanilla, no coffee. I think it is intended to refer to a setting rather than a note in the title. So I think this is a universally likable modern classic. This was having a moment a few years ago, but I think it is just as relevant today. I think the reason it was a few years ago was because of the cherry note. It's definitely there, but it's beautifully buttressed by the anise and the heliotrope. There's iris, but I think more heliotrope, which is hard. A lot of times iris and heliotrope, in my experience, come together, but I think with this, the heliotrope is a little bit sharper than the normal powdery iris, and yet it's still that purple kind of fragrance that I really, really enjoy. But it's got a little bit more of a green to it. I think that's what I'm trying to say. And it makes it distinguishable, and it's not often that I'm able to distinguish it, but in this fragrance, I absolutely can. I think the musk and patchouli just kind of give it a foundation for the dry down, which is really nice. But I think this is, again, a beautiful musky, I should say, powdery take on cherry, and powdery purple floral take on cherry. That's what I mean. Yes, it's not your typical cherry. The anise is there, but ever so slightly taking that sweet dark cherry down a few notches so that it's not, cavity-inducing sweetness. This is versatile. It's charming. I think it leans a little feminine, but you tell me, have you tried it? Definitely not unheard of, but probably not something your average recipient of gifts, unless they are also into niche and indie fragrances, would necessarily know about. And look at this bottle. My gosh, this is a heritage classic looking bottle. It's got beautiful etching on it. The top is metal and it's got designs on it. Oh, so nice. And this is a sticker on top, but it's a nice sticker. It's a really nice sticker. It's gold. Beautiful fragrance. Café Chantant by Nobile, 1942. So what do you think of these suggestions for gifts? Fragrance as gifts? Let me know in the comments. And if you are not yet a subscriber, please consider subscribing. And if you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up. There will be a second installment, like I said. The other fragrances for the second installment, they will be a bit more obscured, but I definitely think you'll agree they're perfectly giftable. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.